I have walked among ruins and sailed across reefs, and yet each time I return to these extraordinary places, I am reminded how small we are beside the grandeur of the planet. In this brief voyage, we'll cross continents and epochs, from stone and sand to living coral and migrating herds, to witness 10 UNESCO World Heritage Sites that defy expectation. Each site holds stories etched in rock, coral, water, and flesh, and together they form a catalog of human imagination and nature's genius. Join me as we move from mist-clad Andean terraces to the shimmering white of a mausoleum. Perched high in the Andes, Machu Picchu is a city stitched into the mountains like a secret kept by the mist. You arrive by a narrow, ancient trail, and suddenly the world drops away. Terraces step down like the ribs of the earth. Stone buildings peer across the valley as if carved by the mountain itself. The precision of the masonry is astonishing. Stones fitted so exactly that no mortar was needed. Each block a quiet testament to skill and patience. The terraces tell a double story: agriculture, mastery of slope, a philosophy of living in dialogue with the landscape. Walk among the temples and dwellings and you sense a civilization that understood the rhythm of sun and water. At dawn, the mists lift and the city emerges, ethereal, a place half made of cloud. At dusk it recedes, like a dream returning to sleep. Machu Picchu is not merely a ruin. It is an experience of altitude, of silence punctuated by bird call, and of human ingenuity balanced precariously yet beautifully on the spine of the Andes. From space, it appears as a turquoise smear, but close up the Great Barrier Reef is a riot of life color and delicate architecture. Beneath the surface lies a world built by millions of tiny animals. Coral polyps, whose collective effort has created an ecosystem of unimaginable complexity. Schools of fish flash like falling confetti. Turtles, sharks, rays move through corals shaped like fans, brains, and staghorns. The reef breathes in patterns of tides and seasons. It is a living fresco constantly repainted by light and current. Yet this living masterpiece is vulnerable, bleaching under warming seas and changing with each storm. To witness it is to stand before both astonishing abundance and the fragility of life on a planetary scale. We must remember that the reef's future depends on choices we make far from the water's edge. Carved into the living sandstone, Petra emerges like a memory made of stone, each facade a page from a vanished civilization. Approach through the sick, the narrow gorge that funnels you into the ancient city. The first glimpse of the treasury is always a moment of astonishment. The rock face, polished by time and wind, reveals facades carved with precision and imagination, columns, reliefs that once marked a crossroads of trade and culture. In the pink light of dawn, the city softens, its surfaces taking on hues of rose and gold, and the sense of antiquity deepens. You feel the presence of those who lived, loved, and labored here. Their traces are everywhere, in the water conduits, the theaters, the hidden chambers. Petra is an eloquent reminder that even in stone, human stories are porous to time. The Taj Mahal is a poem in white marble. Its beauty is a quiet force that draws you into a story of passion and loss. At sunrise, the mausoleum glows, its domes and minarets outlined against a soft sky, reflections shimmering in long pools that mirror its symmetry. The artisanship is staggering: inlaid semi-precious stones, calligraphy that breathes poetry, and marble surfaces polished to a luminous finish. Every element is composed to convey harmony. The balance of form, garden, and water speaks of paradise envisioned on earth. As the light shifts towards evening, the monument's character changes, becoming warm and amber, then, silver in moonlight, a living canvas for the moods of the day. The Taj stands as an emblem of devotion, transformed into architecture, a place where grief was given the form of exquisite beauty. In the embrace of the Cambodian jungle, Angkor Wat rises like a cathedral grown itself, each stone a chapter in a vast devotional epic. The scale of Angkor is overwhelming. Towers, galleries spread across a landscape where the forest has repeatedly reclaimed and then yielded its hold. Walk its causeways, and you encounter bas-reliefs that narrate ancient epics, gods, battles, and daily life carved with narrative precision. The architecture is an expression of cosmology, a temple mountain representing the universe, ordered and sacred. Yet for all its intended permanence, Angkor is also a place of flux, where roots pry stones apart and vines map new patterns of beauty. The Galapagos, an archipelago of peculiar creatures, bold landscapes where evolution wrote its experiments in real time. Here, species evolved in isolation, each island a different test of survival. Finches with beaks tuned to a niche, giant tortoises shaped by their home, marine iguanas that feed in the sea. Volcanic geology, dramatic black lava fields, sudden cliffs, sheltered bays where life adapted in surprising ways. Darwin came with questions. The islands answered and reshaped biology. Walking these shores, you feel the process of life. Adaptations etched in behavior and form. Fragile, ingenious. Conservation is not optional. It's preserving ongoing stories of change. Our understanding of life keeps deepening. The pyramids of Giza stand at the edge of the desert as a dialogue between human will and the heavens above. These vast monuments are feats of engineering and belief, precise alignments, colossal volumes of stone chambers whose purpose still invites debate. From the air, their geometry is unmistakable, their presence an enduring marker of a civilization that sought to bind life and eternity. Each stone was moved, placed, and fitted with labor and knowledge that challenges modern comprehension. At the foot, the scale becomes palpable. The wind carries whispers of funerary rites, astronomy, royal ambition. For millennia, they have influenced travel, study, myth, a bridge from our present to an ancient cosmos where kings sought immortality in stone. The Great Wall snakes over ridges and through passes, an extraordinary human-made spine that anchors history to the high country. Stretching for thousands of kilometers, it is not a single wall but many, built, rebuilt, reinforced across dynasties, to protect, to signal, to shape territory. Towers punctuate the landscape, once watchpoints where centuries counted time and danger. Walking its length is to feel the rhythm of labor, stones carried, ramps hewn, mortar set under the same stars. In places, the wall clings to jagged ridgelines. In others, it fades into fields. Its endurance is a testament to organization, strategy, sometimes sheer necessity. Above all, the Great Wall shows how societies shape land in pursuit of security and identity. Venice floats in our imaginations, canals weave through stone, every building seems tuned to water and light. This fragile city grew from islands and adapted to tides, creating a unique urban choreography where gondolas replace cars, bridges link intimate public spaces. Gothic facades, palaces, churches lean toward canals as if listening to the water's conversation, their foundations a wonder of wooden piles and ingenuity. In winter a silver hush, in summer the lagoon glitters, but rising seas and subsidence press upon its foundations. Preservation must meet the inexorable forces of water. The Serengeti is a theater of movement, where plains and sky are crowded with the drama of life and death. Each year, millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles undertake a journey dictated by rain, grass, and instinct, a procession so vast it reshapes rivers and predator behavior. Predators, lions, cheetahs, hyenas, watch, stalk, and strike. Scavengers and birds capitalize on each shift. The migration is not merely spectacle, but a finely tuned ecological pulse that maintains the balance of the savanna. Standing on the boundless plain, one feels both exhilaration and humility. The scale is immense, the choreography ancient. The Serengeti reveals the raw logic of nature, movement as survival, abundance as temporary, and life as cyclical drama under migrating clouds. As we draw this brief journey to a close, remember that these UNESCO sites are more than photographed backdrops. They are living, breathing chapters of Earth's story. Resilience, fragility, the ingenuity of life and human culture. From the patient stone masons of Machu Picchu to the corals that build reefs grain by grain, these wonders challenge us to cherish and protect. I have stood in their presence and felt tempered awe, the recognition that our time is entwined with these places, and that the choices we make today will shape which wonders endure for future generations. Let curiosity lead you to learn more, to travel with humility, and to act with care. Which of these wonders surprised you most? Comment below, like, and subscribe for more.